everyone! Welcome to another remote Pattern Queens Flosstube. I'm Keisha, and the other one is Laura, that I just talked over. She tried to introduce herself. And this is episode, what episode is this, Laura?
23.
23. And today is March the 22nd. It is a Sunday, and as you can see, we are recording in different places again, practicing our social distancing.
Oh, and that's the title I chose for our video. We are there.
Right.
And this is a channel about stitching
and friendship
and
rambles.
And what was my other word? My crazy word. About, I always say it's about silliness, but I have another word for silliness. Oh, we'd have to think about it.
Silliness works. Yeah, it's also a channel about not remembering all the words that you want to use.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I'm going to move this one little light. There we go. That's better. So I did not have any finishes this week. And
I didn't either.
Yeah. I stitched a lot this week, but I also balanced it out with Katie and I did a lot of running around trying to get things finished up for a project. And I also sewed a lot to get things ready for Love You More. And I'll tell you about Love You More. So this week we did Mancave week because we've had a bunch of people ask for more masculine sleeves. Now we kind of took that really, really literally, and we have one sleeve that has the tiniest bit of sparkle to it on the inside, but that's it. I mean, like, I didn't use flashy thread. I didn't do anything like that.
Well, so, some guys like sparkle.
Yeah. Okay. They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my first is full time. And you can probably see it's just all these fun tools. And it's a big pattern. So it just depends on how the fabric was cut as to what you get. And inside, we kind of felt like this looked like, I don't know, tire tracks or something fun.
A little bit.
Can you see the dotted lines? Okay. And then I have, roll it out. Which one, Katie? Roll out. All of these hubcaps. And they're so cool and had those little pops of orange. And we love that. And then we found fabric to go with it.
Yeah, I like the inside of that.
Fun, right? And then there's Gone Fishing. This green is so pretty. And just, all of these are kind of big prints that it just is all over. And the inside on this, there's no sparkle in here, but that is like the prettiest inside ever.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Kind of watery. And then the next one is Catch of the Day. And this one, in the background, it's like a fishing journal of some kind. And inside, here's the one with the little sparkle. Those little silver dots are sparkly, but the green is kind of like, I don't know, seaweed, kelp.
It's kind of fish scaly.
Yeah, it was fun. And the last one, I had fun. I called this one Yard Work. Katie said, Mom, I don't really have anything to do with yard work. And I'm like, honey, yeah, but, it's a yardstick. So,
yeah.
And we love this inside too. We think this looks like an absolutely working garage where there is paint and everything else all over.
Yeah, my grandpa had a pair of jeans that kind of looked like that.
My dad had several, yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is that Katie, we were going to wait. We were waiting, we were holding off, but with all of the push going on to kind of support stitchers being at home, Katie let the cat out of the bag and announced that we are the Black Needle Society, And she has been designing patterns, and I'm going to let Keisha share that in a little bit. But we've also been playing with a new piece of equipment, a glow forge.
Oh,
And can you see that?
yes. Yeah.
And this is a needle minder. It's wood. It's not real thick. And
1/8 of an inch.
it's 1/8 of an inch thick. We have it on some other wood types, but we got a sample pack. Oh yeah, Katie's gonna toss me hers. Watch
Just
this.
make sure it doesn't hit the computer.
There we go. So here's the one that Katie has, and you can see the difference in the color on the wood there.
Oh, yeah.
So we got a sample pack to start, and so she played with some different things just to try and see how things would come out. I landed it. Okay, I tossed it to her, and it landed just like this.
I mean, it doesn't matter what you use to catch it as long as you catch it, right?
Yes. And so we will be having some products like that coming out too, and that will be a fun thing. But she has a couple of designs in the works.
I'm model stitching right now.
Could you hear that?
Ooh,
She's
exciting.
model stitching right now. She's working on one version of a pattern that is coming out, and I am model stitching on the exclusive retreat version that is coming out. And I mean, that'll be fun. She also has a couple other designs in the works, and we may be hitting up Keisha and some of our other friends to model stitch.
Yes, I would love to model stitch some things.
So it'll be fun. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want to talk about our stash?
Yes, I would love to, except for I'm trying to find, whenever I downloaded the pattern, it didn't have a cover page. So I'm trying to find a good cover page.
You have the picture that we sent it to you?
Oh yeah, you did, but the design wasn't finished whenever you sent me the picture.
No, it was the sketch.
Katie said Instagram.
Oh, okay.
It's on Instagram. And while you're doing that, I'm going to show this, unless you found it already.
Oh, hey, I found it.
You're so quick.
Okay. So my only piece of new stash was a free pattern from the great Katie Landis under the Black Needle Society. And so, are you able to see that okay?
Yes.
It's flipped because of just the way we're filming, but it's this really cute bunny. Of course, Katie would design a bunny.
Said, should I design for my freebie? And I said, a bunny.
Of course. So it's really cute. There are a lot of bright colors. It's all in DMC. So I've already kind of looked at that. And I don't know if you can see it super well, but the fur of the rabbit looks like an Easter egg. So that's really cool. I really like that one. So I'm already planning on stitching that one. I just have to gather the supplies, see what I have here. So
I was going to show you, can you see that?
Yes.
So this is the hashtag you guys should go check out. It's hashtag Be Well in Stitch. And there are all of these posts. I maybe even got this a little darker than what I needed. Come on. You know, it's that in-between thing that you have to get to. There we go. So there are all of these really cute patterns listed in there. The designers have come out with just a ton of patterns for us to enjoy while we are all stuck home. And what they're asking is that if you are able, please buy some supplies from your LNS, because we're not going to have any if we don't support them through this.
Right.
So that's just kind of their message, that we need to be supportive or we won't have them.
Right.
The other one that I found is the drawn thread, and I believe I got this from online. I got their email. So I think you can probably go to their site and download it. I, of course, followed a link, so I can't tell you what I did.
Yeah.
But the others, while I was out this week, Katie and I swung by the cross stitch shop before they before they shut down. And
Mhm.
I picked up this from Market
Um,
called the
I want
Princess
that one.
Sampler. So cute, right? From the
Right.
Blue Paper and Bendy Stitchy Designs. And they show it as two drums.
Mm-hmm.
There are some real fun things you could do with that. I just loved it. So I had pre-ordered
Yeah.
that one. Then Marjorie Massey, who you and I started the freebie.
Mhm.
Don't think either of us have been successful finishing yet, but we'll
No,
get.
not yet. Right.
I found Indigo, Bunny, and Bird.
Oh. Well, if that pattern wasn't made for you.
Katie found this one. Oh, she was glaring at me because I said I found it. So the thing to know about this is that this one was more expensive, but it's because they are two separate patterns. So you're getting
Mhm.
two patterns in this one for the price of one. And it is DMC and it uses 3 different colors to get that effect.
Wow.
Really. Then, I mean, I was really trying to, I've been trying to be good. So I had to buy this one more thing. I have celebrate 15 years of needlework from Teresa Kogut.
Oh, wow.
And this is a book. You can see these two on the front.
Uh-huh.
There are 15 designs in here.
Wow.
All ready for, I mean, there's an adorable snowman. There aren't pictures, you guys. So they're just the patterns. There's a Santa, there's a 'tis the season, a Christmas. It's like she goes through the whole year for you and has various patterns, and they're so cool. And there are a couple of bunny patterns.
Oh, yes.
So of course I needed that.
Right, right.
But that's what I got for stash, and I didn't buy anything else. I was good.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't really left my house other than to go to work and to the grocery store. And I haven't been buying a whole lot of things online. So, yeah, I just have the freebie that Katie
Well,
designs. So
and now you can go download a whole bunch more freebies,
I
right?
know. And then it's just getting the supplies.
Some really cool ones. Ink Circles was especially cute. It says be well, and it has a picture of bees flying around a well.
Oh, fun. Well, I like that.
That was Katie's favorite. It was really cute. And
That's
there are
nice.
a lot of bee patterns, so really
Uh,
cute.
cool.
So
Way
I'm
to,
glad that I said bunny because then Katie's a little different, right?
yeah, of course. And everyone loves money.
Yeah. So Nikki has already asked for a cat design.
Well, that's because that's Vicky, and she almost exclusively stitches cats.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So what would you like to see Katie design? Because she is definitely taking suggestions. She is asking for ideas. She wants your input. Send some suggestions and we'll see what she comes up with. Because she is at home. Since she substitute teaches, she is at home and has time right now.
Right. And Katie's pretty talented at this whole design thing, so.
Aw, Keisha, you make me blush.
Well, it's the truth, Katie. It's the truth.
I pushed and pushed and pushed and she started stitching again and I kept saying, I think you would do really cool cross stitch designs. So she's been playing, kind of trying to find her style and
Right.
she thinks she's hit it now and she's ready to go.
Awesome. I'm excited to see what else comes.
Yep, me too. Okay, how about whips? You want to talk about yours?
Sure. I didn't do a whole lot of stitching this week just because, I mean, it was basically work, home, have dinner, stress out
Yeah.
about things.
We talked about that earlier this week that that it was everything is so stressful that when you sit down to relax, I mean, at least for me, when I sit down to relax, I'm like, I am not.
See, whenever I'm stressed, I just stare at the TV screen like I don't want to do anything else. And then, I mean, quick baby update for everyone. So the baby has now decided that he would like to stand on my bladder and occasionally give it a kick. So there have been a lot of bathroom breaks also.
Oh, goodness.
But anyway, so of course, we weren't able to get together on Thursday for Hawk Run Hollow Night. And I was pretty excited. I was like, I'm going to make some good progress. I'm at home, which means I won't be tempted to just chat with everyone the whole time. So I'm doing Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, and I'm doing this one here. And I had almost the first line of text done whenever I showed this to you last week. And this is what it looks like this week. Not a whole lot of progress, as you can see. I got a D and then these letters down here. Really, I finished almost all of the letters, but the light behind me is not the best in my stitching spot. And I had grabbed 310 instead of 3371.
Oh.
And so I had to take it all out because I had already done some letters in the correct color. So I frogged it, and then I was like, I am putting you away, and I am going to bed.
You put it in timeout, huh? You're practicing.
I did. So I don't think March is going to get done by the end of this month. And then last week, I decided to continue on Mama McBruin and Luke from Stony Creek Designs. And you know how sometimes you're like, I'm almost done with that pattern. I'm totally going to get it done. I didn't get it done. But I got even closer to done. So I did the whole foot here. So I've just got a foot and then some Krynic up in her skirt and then the back stitching. So it's still close.
It's looking good.
Yeah, and I forgot how many blends and quarter stitches and all that kind of thing were in there too, so that kind of slowed me down. So, but
we always have those grand ideas that we're going to get a lot finished, and then we get in those projects, and it's like, maybe not.
Right, you look at something and you're like, well, that's only a couple hundred stitches, a couple thousand stitches later, So, but yeah, that's all I worked on this week.
Okie doke. You want to see my whips?
Yes.
I don't think they're exciting. So you know that I spun Brendan's stocking.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Well, I didn't put a whole lot of hours in because somebody came up with a piece for me to model stitch.
Right.
And I did spend a whole day on Hawk Run Hollow. But here's what I will say. Everything I'm going to point back here and then I'll bring it up close. I worked on finishing up this drawer area in here, and I am in the middle of back stitching. Let me see what I can see. So I got all of the cross stitches in. There it is. And you can see where I've been back stitching in there, like the socks are coming out, and I did some work on the suspenders. The little things hanging down there are the ends of the suspenders, but they get a different color of back stitch. And I was doing my 3371, which is most of it. And I still have quite a bit to do in the 3371 back stitch, but I moved it along and I put in, I want to say I put in about 6 hours on it.
Oh, nice.
It's not a ton, but
It's still further than you were.
Yes, it is. And it's really fussy fidgety right in there right now because I'm just finishing out.
Right. Didn't you say you're using 3 strands for the normal cross stitch? So I'm sure that back stitch is tight.
Yes. And it was difficult to get things in because I thought, I'm just going to back stitch along and it'll be fine. And yeah, it was more poke and stab. So then I am doing a year at Hawk Run Hollow, and this is my block. And Katie sat in here in the living room with me, and she worked on her new piece while I was working on my block. And I should show you because I took various pictures. Let's get out of there. Oh, there. I started and it looked like this.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, this is what it looks like.
Wow.
So I got everything but the lion done.
Wow. So you'll probably have it finished by the end of the month.
We'll see. I was off. This was my spring break, so I stitched from about 11:30 or 12 until a little after midnight. And
Mm,
I mean, I took breaks in there, but it was pretty solid stitching. And
right.
I worked, and then I chatted with Katie in between while she was editing her pattern while she was stitching it.
Right.
And then okay, we were supposed to have a new start on the 20th,
Mm-hmm.
and I did have a new start. However, it was my model stitch for Katie.
Right.
And I needed to do a floss toss before I could start my new project. So I decided I would just wait until Saturday and do it then. So this was my floss toss.
Oh, yeah.
It's on my Instagram. You can see that photo. And I'm using this linen that's called Vintage, and it's from my old LNS that has since closed. And I don't know, maybe it'll show up today. It's looking pretty good over there. But it's this pattern, Coffee Quaker by
Mm-hmm.
Heartstring Samplery. Guys, if you have this in your stash, I've had all sorts of people say, "Oh, I have that one. I have that one." Pull it out. Let's stitch it. Let's get it going. And so last night, very late, I worked on it and I got my first motif done.
Oh, nice.
I started on the center bottom, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you can see all of the shading in this fabric.
Yeah.
It makes me think it's a sprayed fabric because like on this side it's got all of this variation and stuff, and the
Mm-hmm.
other side is definitely a plain linen. So
Right.
like side by side, I
Oh,
don't know if
yeah.
you see the whole thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see the difference there.
So it's really interesting, and it's a 28 count, which I'm model stitching on a 36 count. So
Mm-hmm.
this feels huge for me, and it went really fast.
Right. Yeah, because I did Hawk Run Hollow, which is on 40, and then the Bear is on 28.
And do you feel like the stitches are this
Yeah.
big? Um, and when I was doing that, I'm only using one strand because I pulled a bunch of silks. I have
Ooh.
some cottons in there too, but I have an extensive stash. I don't know if can you see along here? These are all
Mhm.
threads. And that's not all of my threads. Some of them are not hanging.
Wow.
So, but I've been in floss clubs over the years. I've been in fabric clubs. I mean, it's great when you are able to do those things and then you can build a stash so that you can play with what you want to do. And
Yeah, definitely.
basically, I counted the number of threads that she had and just pulled a whole bunch of stuff, and then we sorted through it on the fabric.
Hmm.
So it was fun.
Nice. That sounds fun.
So, what are your plans for next week?
Well, my plans for next week kind of depend on what the state of my job is next week. Because as you may have seen, Jackson County put out an order to basically close down all non essential functions. And I don't live in Jackson County, but that's where my work is. And I'm not sure if they're going to say that my job is an essential job since I do accounting for a city. But so we'll just see, because that's supposed to go into effect on Tuesday, which means I'll go to work tomorrow, and I'm sure they'll tell us, what we're
Exactly.
doing. Yeah. So I don't know how much stitching time I'm going to have. I'm not going to respin the wheel. I spun it whenever we were trying to figure out our technical difficulties this morning, and the last time I respun, I got my least favorite. So I'm going to go with what I spun earlier, and you're just going to have to trust me. And that was Boo Bees Apiary by Ardith Designs. So that is what I'm going to work on that. And I may work some more on the bear just to try to push that along, because I'd really like to get that finished since it's a gift for someone. And then Hop Run Hollow on Thursday, and hopefully I don't have to frog almost everything I put in it.
I definitely will be doing Hawk Run Hollow on Thursday. I'm going to be guilt-free, and I am going to spin my Tiny Decisions wheel and see what my 10 and 20 comes up with.
Mm-hmm.
What's still left on here? I'm looking at what they are, and there are things that I would really like to do. Now, I have a year at Hawk Run Hollow on here. I guess I have a block to finish up, so
yeah,
that would be it. If I finish on Thursday, then on Thursday I can work on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to tell you that I work as a para, and I do have to go back to work tomorrow. We are going to be part of the staff that goes out and delivers food for all of the students in our area. So every day we will be delivering that day's lunch and the next day's breakfast to get at the same time.
Right.
So, and I'll work about half days, and we'll see. I have to stop by my school tomorrow. I don't know if they're going to really let me in, but they want me to stop in for a few minutes. So that would be my thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, here is my wheel. Can you see it?
I can't.
Is it too dark?
No, I can see it fine.
Okay, here we go. Spinning.
You have to go up a little bit, though.
You're going to see it before me.
Oh, there we go.
Blackberry house. Oh, nice. Awesome. See, I deserved that after last week, right?
Yeah, you definitely do.
Because, yeah.
Ooh, I love that one.
Oh, yeah. And I have not put very much time in on it. So that will be a good one for me.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, God. Okay. I always write these down so that I can kind of remind myself what I was doing. Mm-hmm. Sorry. And I still have not worked on June morning, so I am not going to spin a new whip for the week. And seriously, if you're working on boobies, I may have to pull that out at some point.
Yes, bring it out. That'll be fun.
Because Keisha and I were doing that as a stitch along with Michelle Bindi, and I think Lisa Pearl got it. I don't know if Athena got it. Several of the ladies did. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure who all got it, but yeah, if you have it, if like any of our viewers have it, pull it out and play with it. And if you haven't seen it, like go look at it. It's the cutest thing.
It's Ardith Designs, right?
Yes.
And you need to separate the words. Boo.
No,
you
we say it
have
like Michelle.
to separate it. You can smash it together.
We say it like Michelle. Boobies.
So they can try and find it. You have to tell them it's
Boo Bees Apiary.
Yeah, so like
why?
Boo, like you're scared. Bees, like the things that pollinate flowers, and then apiary, like the place where bees live.
But if you've ever seen Michelle talk about it, it's the best thing because she giggles.
So here's the pattern. It's just so cute.
It's fabulous.
So
I'm not very far on mine.
I'm not super far either, but I think I'm further than you.
I think so.
But I'm not that far.
Yeah. So you can join us because we haven't gotten very far. And we have a hashtag that's just boobies. Is it Boo Bees Sal?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Are you checking?
I can look. It's been a while since I posted anything on my Instagram.
I can't imagine why. I've been trying to be better about posting on mine. So if
Yeah,
you follow me, you're seeing some different things.
yeah, we're using hashtag Boo Bees Sal.
Yeah. Oh, somebody finished it and put cute fabric on the back. Oh no, they're little wooden witch hat buttons. Ardith posted and tagged us
Oh,
in the Boo Bees. So we got to keep that going, huh?
yeah.
And there are some finishes in there. See, we need to get in and check our own group, huh?
Yeah, we need to kick it into gear, Laura.
We gotta do this thing. So my other plans this week include probably putting in another motif or two on the coffee Quaker, and to finish up the model stitching for Katie, which she gave me a large central motif that has to be filled in.
Oh,
It's going to take a long time to fill that sucker in.
right.
And she's still kind of fiddling with the with all of the some of the other elements. I don't want to say, I was trying to think how to tactfully word that. She's still fiddling with her lettering and some other things, and I am confined to the one central motif set. So I will get it filled in, but
Right.
I would like to get another couple of links of, I think I'm on white on my Waxy Moon designs for the red, white, and blue. That's one that I'm trying to do regularly. And of course, Thursday will be Hawk Run Hollow. And if nothing else, I am pretty determined to get a finish on that. But that lion, that part of the chart is just crazy. I don't see it laying right here. But there's this. So this is all different colors.
Right.
Of this on him. So he is going to be fun. I have his mouth, the black part of his mouth. So
right. That'll be fun.
It will be. And I have everything else in, so I'm pretty happy with it. So maybe I will have a finish.
Oh, I will
not. I mean, I also need to skip down to the bottom and get a line across so that I could start December if I do finish during the day.
Right.
And I should do that before Thursday so I don't have to waste time doing that. Yep.
Yep.
But that's it.
All right.
You have anything else?
I don't think I have anything else. Just, stay safe out there. Follow what people are telling you to do. Stay away from, practice your social distancing.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, don't hog the toilet paper.
Yes, just take what you need. Let other people have some too.
And sell it for $30 a roll. That's just crazy.
I'm just saying, most people have washcloths. Worst comes to worst.
Oh, Katie, that was yucky. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching us, for tuning in and sharing our silliness and just being fun with us.
Right. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out, and hopefully you're safe wherever you are and have plenty of stitching supplies.
And if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Post questions. We love that. Remember at the beginning I said, hey, if you think of anything you'd like to see Katie design, go ahead and put that in. And she is starting to design some different things. She says she's been kind of playing with flowers, just different types of flowers. So there may be flowers in whatever designs she comes up with.
Just as a note, daffodils are my favorite, Katie.
Oh, look.
She has to Google all the flowers, so and they're right. So I think that's it.
All right.
Okay, until next week. Bye.
Bye.